Let's be real. Continuous improvement lives or dies on one thing: how the leader behaves. You can have great tools, clear metrics, fancy boards, and a beautiful 90-day roadmap. But if the person at the top still leads like a firefighter instead of a builder, continuous improvement will stall. On the other hand, when a CEO or business owner leads with a continuous improvement mindset, problems get surfaced sooner, people feel safe to improve things, and every tool you use suddenly becomes 10 times more powerful. Today's video is about exactly that: how to lead like a continuous improvement CEO, 5 specific leadership habits that multiply every CI tool, template, and framework you already have. By the end of this video, you'll know the behaviors that either fuel or choke CI, how to turn problems into coaching moments, and how to model the mindset you want your entire organization to have. Let's dive in. Habit number 1, turn problems into gold, not blame. Habit number 1, treat every problem as a piece of gold, not a grenade. In most organizations, problems trigger finger pointing, defensiveness, and cover-ups. So what happens? People hide issues, data gets massaged, big risks grow quietly in the dark. A continuous improvement CEO flips that script. When a problem shows up, they think, great, we just found a chance to get better. Where is the process weak? What can we learn from this? Practically, what does that look like? When someone surfaces a mistake, you thank them first. Thanks for bringing this up early. Let's unpack it. You shift the conversation from who messed up to what in the process set us up for this. You ask questions like, where did the signal fail? What information was missing? What made the old way the easiest way? You're sending a message. Around here, we don't hide problems, we mine them for value. Over time, your team will bring issues to you earlier, be more honest with the data, and actually participate in fixing things. That is the foundation of any real continuous improvement culture. Habit number 2, ask data-driven questions. Habit number 2, lead with data-driven questions, not just opinions. You still use your intuition, but you don't lead with it. Continuous improvement is built on facts, trends, and experiments. A CI-minded leader regularly asks, what do the numbers say? How do we know this is actually better? Where's our baseline and where are we now? This doesn't mean you drown in dashboards. It means you pick a few meaningful metrics and use them to anchor decisions. For example, if someone proposes a change, old style, I don't like it, I like it, let's do it. CI CEO style, what problem does this solve? Which metric do we expect it to move? How will we know in 30, 60 days if it worked? Or in a weekly huddle, you might say, our lead time is trending down, good, but error rate is creeping up. Why? What changed? When you consistently tie conversations back to data, people think more clearly. Improvements become testable, not random, and success stories become provable wins, not just vibes. Data doesn't replace judgment. It gives your judgment something solid to stand on. Habit number 3, protect improvement time like a client meeting. Habit number 3, protect improvement time like you would a key client meeting. Here's the trap most leaders fall into. They say CI is important, but every week improvement time gets bumped by urgent stuff. What does that teach your team? Improvement is optional. We only do it when things are quiet. Firefighting is what really matters. A continuous improvement CEO behaves differently. They put weekly CI huddles on the calendar, show up consistently, and only cancel when they'd also cancel on their most important customer. You're signaling this is not a side project. This is how we run the business. Practically, that can look like a 20 to 30 minute weekly meeting where you review what went well, what problems showed up, what one improvement you'll test this week. A small block of time set aside for actually working on improvements, not just talking about them. And when something urgent pops up, instead of automatically sacrificing CI time, you ask, Can this wait 1 hour? Can someone else start on this while we finish protecting our improvement habit? You're playing the long game. Firefighting keeps you alive. Improvement makes you powerful. Your calendar should reflect that. Habit. Before. Develop problem solvers, not order takers. Habit number 4. Build problem solvers, not order takers. In a fragile organization, all decisions bottleneck at the top. Every problem flows to the CEO. Every solution has to be approved by the CEO. Everyone else becomes a pair of hands, not a pair of brains. Continuous improvement cannot scale in that environment. A CI CEO's job is not to solve every problem. It's to grow people who can solve problems well. What does that look like? When someone comes to you with a problem, instead of immediately giving the answer, you ask, what options have you thought of? What do you think is the real root cause? What would you try first if you had to decide? You might coach them through a simple structure: problem, root cause guess, proposed experiment, expected result, how we'll measure it. At first, they may feel uncomfortable. They're used to being told what to do, but over time, Omayu, they learn to think analytically. They get better at using data and process thinking. They start bringing you proposals, not just complaints. You still set boundaries and approve big moves, but your default posture becomes, I'm here to help you think, not think for you. This habit multiplies the impact of every CI tool. Value stream maps get used by teams, not just you. Metrics become something everyone can interpret. Improvement ideas come from the front line, not just the boardroom. Habit. Number 5, communicate a clear why and long game. Habit number 5, keep the why and the long game in front of everyone. Continuous improvement is not a one-week hack. It's a long-term way of running the business. If people don't understand why you're doing this, they'll see. Extra meetings, it's extra charts, it's extra work. Your job is to constantly connect CI to what's customer value, team stress, and long-term stability. Messages you want to repeat often. We're doing this so work gets easier and less chaotic, not harder. We're doing this to serve customers better and earn the right to charge more. We're doing this to build a business that can grow without burning people out. You also set realistic expectations. We're not trying to transform everything in 2 weeks. We're focused on steady progress, one process, one improvement at a time. Some experiments won't work. That's still a win if we learn quickly. When tough weeks happen, and they will, you re-anchor people. Yes, this week was messy. That's exactly why we need CI. We're building a business that can handle complexity and still keep improving. Your presence and your words keep everyone pointed at the same horizon. Putting the 5 habits into practice. Let's bring this all together. Leading like a continuous improvement CEO isn't about Faust memorizing every lean tool or becoming a Six Sigma black belt overnight. It's about a handful of daily leadership habits. 1, turn problems into gold, not blame. Thank people for surfacing issues. Ask, what in the process created this instead of who screwed up. 2, ask data-driven questions. What do the numbers say? Which metric are we trying to move? How will we know if this change worked? 3, protect improvement time like a client meeting. Show up to the weekly huddle. Treat CI as part of the job, not an add-on. 4, develop problem solvers, not order takers. Ask people what they think. Coach them through simple problem solving instead of handing out answers. 5, communicate a clear why and long game. Tie CI to customer value, team sanity, and long-term growth. Normalize small wins and failed experiments as part of the journey. Here's your challenge. Over the next 2 weeks, don't try to overhaul your whole leadership style. Pick one of these habits and focus on it. For example, decide that for the next 2 weeks when problems show up, you will not ask, who did this? You'll ask, what in our process allowed this? Or commit to never canceling your improvement huddle unless you cancel your most important customer meeting. Then, at the end of those 2 weeks, ask your team, have you noticed anything different about how we handle problems or improvement lately? Remember, the tools you use, process maps, huddles, metrics, roadmaps, are only as powerful as the leader behind them. Lead like a continuous improvement CEO, and every system you install will work harder for you. If this video helped, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me which of the 5 habits are you going to work on first. Thanks for watching, and keep leading your business to get a little bit better every single day.